threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Here we are.
Yes, we are.
What's up, buddy?
Not much.
How goes it?
Let me not interrupt you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That was a good one. Yeah. 1 star. Son of a bee.
Keeps interrupting. Yeah. Sorry, I talk over people.
That's pretty funny.
It's in my blood.
Yeah, it's just
my
how
family does that.
You were raised that way.
We just get louder and keep talking over, and then we're screaming by the end.
Yeah, the person who screams gets heard, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what's going on today? What are we talking about?
We have a lot of items for you guys
We do.
that you might, unexpected stuff that wasn't part of your plan originally, but now it's going to be.
Came out of left
Because
field.
we're going to give you some real good items that I know you probably don't have.
We got 50 of them. We got 50.
We do.
We're going to go through them pretty damn quick because we only got an hour to do it.
Yeah. We could do this.
Yeah, but today I got to tell you about BattleBox. It is the monthly subscription box full of solid gear for adventure seekers, survivalists, outdoor enthusiasts, and casual preppers. Each month, BattleBox sends you the coolest selection of handpicked outdoor survival and everyday carry gear, all valued at far more than what you'd normally pay. You never know what's in the next box, but here's a sampling of what users received this month. The bare bones skillet pan. Yeah, baby. The Parcel Safety PD 101 full face respirator gas mask.
Seriously? Another one? Oh, man, I love their stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All this badassness starts at just $34.99 per month. They've shipped over 1 million boxes and won Best Subscription Box of 2020. Our listeners get a free knife when you sign up at battlebox.com/casualpreppers. Get your first BattleBox plus a free knife at battlebox.com/casualpreppers.
Listener reviews starts now.
Where else are you going to get a skillet and a freaking gas mask?
Nowhere.
That's awesome.
That's what I gotta say. It's a nice little skillet too, man.
That's cool.
It's very nice.
So, listener review, edutainment. I won't say equal parts for each episode. I love that.
No.
But every episode is worth my time, either for learning or laughing. It is something that my husband and I can both agree on listening to. And he doesn't usually enjoy my prepping fascination and is often thought-provoking. At the best times, they make a joke, but when I finish laughing, I think, well, what about that? Yeah, we do leave you questioning for sure.
Why am I listening? What's happening?
What did I just listen to? Also, I appreciate their mindset. We're not gurus, so let us learn together.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want to show. Prepare for the simplest and most common. Thank goodness someone says, make a plan instead of just being about the fun toys. But if I'm being honest, I get equal thrills out of my 20-page family plan and the shiny toys.
20-page.
Dang.
Yikers.
Stay awesome and stay survived.
Nice.
Is this Leslie Nope from
I don't
Parks
know.
and Rec?
Yeah. She has like binders.
20-page plan.
All these binders. Thank you, Cine 634.
Shiny.
Sign. If you guys want to be a part of this portion of the podcast, go to iTunes, go to Facebook, leave us a 5-star review, and make it awesome.
It's a mad, mad world.
So Japan, it's a great little country over there in the middle of the ocean, and they have earthquakes pretty frequently. I don't know if you know about that, Cameron, but authorities in Japan urged people to avoid hoarding as anxiety over a possible megaquake triggered a spike Saturday in demand for disaster kits and daily necessities. In its first such advisory, the weather agency said a huge earthquake was more likely in the aftermath of a 7.1 jolt in the south on Thursday, which left 14 people injured. It was called a megaquake. What did they call it?
Mega quick.
That's what it was. Exactly what Cam just said. Anyways.
Mega quick. You are not prepared for mega quick.
No, you're not. But anyways, so there were people hoarding stuff at the stores, just like normal Japanese do it too, not just Americans. Anyways, just a reminder, don't be one of the people that has to be told you can't buy all the water, you can't buy all the toilet paper. Get it now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because these things happen. This is a real deal. And
I'd be paranoid about that over there for sure.
I would too, man. Like, it's scary.
Yeah.
So that's a thing that we have to be thinking about. And apparently the Japanese do too.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I had a good one, and then I realized it was from 2016.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But it was interesting.
It's only
was
8
like
years ago.
Camera feed on Jackson Hole. They just put up these new camera feeds, and there was like 2,000 viewers
a lot
at
of
a
people watch
time.
them.
I was like, what's going on?
I heard about that, actually.
But it was in 2016.
Oh, that's too bad.
But right now, I mean, the only thing is like keeping an eye on the Iran, Israel, and the United States involvement. That's getting a little bit scary for sure. So that wasn't as exciting. I wanted to do something funnier.
No, but it is.
But it's something we need to keep. I mean, I hate paying attention to it, but you got to keep an eye on that whole situation because it's not getting any better.
No, it's
assassination is moving to aggression. Iran, they're expecting possible attacks anytime in the next week. Ugh.
I'm glad I ain't over there.
That place, man.
I know.
What a mess.
So let's talk about 50 unexpected prepping items.
Let's do it.
So this is sort of these items that are kind of out of the norm.
Yeah.
It's not like, I go to get a water filter and a knife and a backpack.
Yeah.
Right? These are kind of stuff
Assuming you have all those things.
Right, yeah.
We're going to talk about those things.
Right, yeah.
You might not.
And these things are just kind of out of the norm, but can be very useful as preparedness items.
Yeah. Some are normal.
Some are not.
But you might
normal.
not think of them as essential.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, because we're preppers, aluminum foil.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Wrap your head in it.
Wrap your head.
So,
Make a hat.
but yeah, aluminum foil. I had to put that first on the list because it was originally contraception. And we'll talk about that later.
Are you saying aluminum foil was originally contraception?
No.
Okay.
Contraception.
That was the number one.
Yeah, that
yes,
was
I do remember that.
Yeah, I moved it.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But there's so many uses for aluminum foil.
Yeah.
And you can get 125 square feet of it on Amazon for like $9.
You can put your whole kitchen.
You can get 500 feet of it for $25 on Amazon. So that's a lot of aluminum foil.
Your whole garage is covered in aluminum foil.
Yeah. So it's inexpensive, and listen to all these uses.
Okay, I'm listening.
You can make plates out of it. I actually did that camping. All I had was the two like styrofoam things that had sausage in them. So I had to wrap them in tinfoil after I'd cooked the sausage to make plates out of them.
Okay, cool.
You're all, where are we going with this?
There's jokes coming, I can guarantee it.
Lids, you can cover things up, seal them off. Fire screen, frying pan, cooking pot.
Yeah.
You can even use it as like an oven mitt. Wrap your hands.
Yeah.
It dissipates the heat, You can use it to repair items. You can fishing lure. And, the list goes on and on for tinfoil.
You can get better reception on your bunny ears for your television.
Yeah. You can bypass a fuse.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap a fuse in that.
That's right, man. You can do lots of good stuff.
Yeah. Tinfoil, man. It's seriously like one of the most essential items for a prepper.
Really is.
Can be used so many
in
so many ways. So get some.
How about a potty trowel? Have you ever seen one of these?
I haven't seen one.
Basically, it looks like a garden trowel. You know what I mean? Just like a little.
Just take your turd, spread it on the bricks.
Yeah. You're not going to use it that way. So it's just like one of those little, it's like a baby shovel, right? That fits in your hand. But it's great because you can dig a cat hole like no other with it.
Doesn't make sense.
Poop in the hole and then cover it up. That's awesome, right? And you get them for like $5, but you can get like nice ones. Like, ooh, that's the Mercedes of potty trowels, but those are more expensive, like $20-25, right? But obviously, like, sanitation is a big deal, and hygiene. Like, you don't want to just poop on the floor and walk around it. Like, you need to go dig a hole or something, right?
Yeah.
In these, you can also use it for like water drainage. Like if you're camping somewhere and it's raining and you got to dig the trench around.
Yeah, it's like those. They are nice.
Yeah, do you remember like on open range when they had to do that? It was going so hard that if they would have had a little potty trowel, that would have been easy for them, right? Fire pitch. Dig up a quick fire pit. Also, in a pinch, it's self-defense. A lot of them have like serrated edges on them.
They do.
You can stab somebody in the chest with one of those. Whew.
So gardening trowel, isn't it basically the same thing?
Same thing, but this one's
got measurements. This one's made for turds.
Yeah, exactly for that.
It should be like a turd knife and a trowel tied together.
Oh man, a little package deal.
I'd buy that.
I would. Yeah, man. Heck
it's a turd kit.
Yeah, so get you a potty trowel.
Yeah, it does make that would be nice. Earplugs.
Dude, yeah.
So I think it gets overlooked. It's like if you don't have a firearm, you don't need earplugs. That's kind of what I've always tied earplugs to. Is like, it's for shooting. That's it. Because growing up, I didn't use it for anything.
I didn't know. Yeah, no.
Cut
we had
sheet
them.
metal with, no ear protection and, cutting tile or something.
Yeah.
I didn't wear ear protection ever.
I didn't either,
Stupid.
And I also stood in front of drums for like 10 years.
That's true, yeah.
Like once in a while I put a little toilet paper in there, but that was it. So stupid.
I was going to go to, that was my next point. Toilet paper earplugs.
Oh, yeah, man.
No, but I really didn't have them growing up, but they're essential. They're super cheap. You can get 50 of them for $5.
That's a deal.
And reasons you would have them as a prepper. Well, one, protect your hearing.
Yeah.
You can be building stuff, shooting people, fending off zombies. You need to protect your ears. Help you sleep. That's the main thing. It's like, who knows who and where you're going to be sleeping.
Yeah, like what if you had to go to like a Red Cross camp or something and there's a million people in a gym that you're trying to sleep?
That's my biggest fear.
You just hear people's tummies grumbling. You can hear them snore.
Little farts sneaking out.
Yeah, everybody's sniffing all night long. That pisses my wife.
Kids cannot handle that.
My wife gets so mad at me because sometimes I'll wake up and I'm kind of...
You need to blow your nose?
Yeah, she gets mad at me. But yeah.
Or the whole... all night long or in the mornings. Yeah. So to help you sleep. Another thing is to improve focus.
For sure.
Just put them in. You can focus on a book. You can focus on your project. You can focus on bugging out.
Digging your cat hole.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to focus.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like you were saying, it's like, who knows where, what your surroundings are going to be if you're bugging out or you end up in a hotel or something for several nights until you get back to your home. It's like, it's noisy. You're not used to the city. They're easy to throw in a bag and they're easy to use. So get them.
Bombs going off in the distance. You don't want to listen to that at night.
And maybe you need to have them put in for your kids' protection.
Yeah.
So they don't listen to things they shouldn't hear.
Yeah. Mom and Dad are going to go over here.
We're whispering stuff. We don't want you to hear.
We got secrets to tell. You put these in. Yeah.
Get real close and tell Mom a secret.
How about a silk cock, bruh? If you don't know what one of these are, we have talked about these before. These aren't super unexpected or unusual, but
they kind of are.
But
I don't think a lot of people throw them in their bag.
Yeah, it's a little tool that you can turn on the spigots out in the public and lots of
I've been stealing water like this for years.
Dude, I'm drinking so much. Water from the church, from...
Nope, that's the gas line.
Don't drink that. So these are great in an SHTF or an emergency situation. You're going through some sort of urban environment and you see one of those spigots on the side of a building, but it's got this weird little, like, it doesn't have the normal knob.
It's an alien symbol.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? That's why you got a silk cock, bro. You stick it in there, you turn it, water comes out.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So think about getting one of those because you can get them anywhere from like $5 to $15 to $20. Relatively inexpensive, but a great little tool to have around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I need to have one on my keychain. That's the sign of a prepper.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Silk cock.
No, I want to get me a bracelet with one. Or a necklace.
Necklace or an earring.
Oh, an earring. Yeah.
Silk cock earring.
I've seen that those like dangly cross earrings are coming back in for men.
Just to get a silk cock.
If I get a silk cock on there, that'd pull my damn ear off, though.
It would. You'd stretch the lobe pretty far.
Yeah, and get one in my nose. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I like those ideas.
Yeah.
Again, just like our listeners, just like edutainment.
Yes, right.
The next one is an inverter.
Yeah.
So a lot of new cars already have these built in, but they're only like 150 to 300 watts.
Yeah.
Which is, it's good. But get yourself an inverter. They've been used for years and years.
People like them.
Yeah, they seem to be popular. But if you don't know what an inverter is, it's so that you can use the current from your car and convert it over to regular. Is it DC, AC? I always get them mixed
AC, DC.
I'm dumb. I can't remember. Car's electrical system is from an alien.
I think it's DC, and then you have to take it to AC, right?
DC's car, AC is what we use, right?
We use alternating current.
Yeah, so
but I don't know. I might probably said something real stupid.
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
So you use an inverter to change the DC to AC, and then they have ones that'll go up, with 1,000 watts to 2,000 watts. I remember getting one of these in college and thinking I was bad A because I could.
Oh, dude,
I could like run like a TV. I packed a whole TV out into the sand.
Play PlayStation from your car. Oh yeah, that's the most badass.
So
thing
you
ever.
can still be that cool. Nowadays
for sure.
1,000 watt inverter is going to be around $60 to $150. If you go up, and a 50 or a 500 watt one's about $30.
Okay.
So super easy. I mean, they plug into your cigarette lighter and you're ready to go. And the thing is, like, if you decide to ever build, I've actually looked into this because I want to build one, like a bicycle generator that you can pedal. You need to have an inverter.
I actually thought about putting that on the list, bicycle generator.
Oh, man, it'd be so cool.
They're
cool. Expensive. Like, to buy one that's built, they're about $500. About $500.
That's no big deal.
But you need an inverter. So if you already have that part, then you're that much closer to having your own bicycle generator.
Just get your wife down there.
So
get her in shape, and also, power some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It'd make if you're bugging in and you're at a location where you like don't get out much, you're like, you got one option if you want to play the iPad. You got to charge it yourself.
Yeah, and you're also
on the bicycle. Yeah, charge the battery, and then they can use the power.
And you're getting the physical activity that you need.
It's so cool.
It's a great idea. How about pocket bellows, Cameron? And if you don't have pocket bellows, I honestly suggest you get some because I have some.
That sounds like a symptom.
I know.
I ate that pizza. They got pocket bellows today.
Ever since I turned 40, the pocket bellows keep acting up. I got a bad case of the pocket bellows.
I ate too much pasta, I get the pocket bellows.
That's a million jokes that we could go on forever. We got too many of these damn things to do. We can't.
For the sake of our wives, we will limit it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Ew, he's got pocket bellows. But they really are nice. They're basically like a little telescoping, little collapsible tube that you can blow into. So when you're starting a fire or
we got one of these like real early on. And dude, I was like, it looks dumb, but it's so nice.
So I have one in my bug out bag because it's great because when you're getting a fire started or you're trying to rekindle a fire and you're down, your face is down and you're singed off this whole side of your face.
Sting like crazy.
And you're trying to you just pull this thing out.
And then right at the base of the fire, man. It's crazy how well it works.
They're awesome. You can get them for like $5. You can get real nice ones for up to $20. They're all the same though. Who gives a crap which one you get? Just get one.
And it's a stainless steel straw, basically.
Yeah.
Drink
some chocolate bigger milk. On one end. You got to be careful because the one end's real big and one end's smaller.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, still. Yeah, just makes it more difficult. But yeah, they're great. Get one.
Yeah, I like the pocket bellows.
Yeah. What are your symptoms? I got I got nausea,
upset stomach,
pocket bellows,
sore throat, pocket bellows. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
it's a new symptom.
Probably gonna have to go on to surgery.
Pocket bellows. So the next one is a siphon or a siphon hose.
Yep.
I think this one's pretty commonly overlooked. If it wasn't for, I think BattleBox actually sent us one.
Yeah, I know.
And I've used it several times to transfer like gas from one can to another to like fill it all up.
Did you swallow a whole bunch?
I've done it that way. I've definitely used just a regular hose, and I don't advise it. Yeah, because I swallowed a bunch of gasoline.
Yeah.
Got
pocket bellows.
I've had pocket bellows for 20 years.
Yeah. Hard to get rid of.
Man, we haven't done the what's his name? We haven't done his voice.
Charles I was thinking about that the other day. We haven't done it in a while.
No, Charles.
When you don't have the Q&As as often, you don't get to Charles.
That's brought him up a lot. Yeah. He probably had stopped listening, old Charles.
Charles, I hope you still listening. Charles.
Yeah, they pocket bellows.
Yeah, I had to do pocket bellow surgery up in Antarctica.
But anyways, a siphon or a siphon hose so that you can transfer liquids from either a car into a gas can, or from gas cans to gas cans.
Cup of water and an empty cup on this side. Get out your siphon hose.
Exactly. There's no use in pouring it in there. Just siphon it over.
You might spill some. You don't want to do that.
But they do have like ones with a pump, makes it a lot easier, because when you're doing it by hand, it gets it all up in your mouth.
That's right.
And but yeah, super useful to carry around, to have in your car. I mean, you can even throw it in your bug out bag if you're expecting to scavenge fuel at some point.
Yeah.
But good thing to have.
I like it. How about a dental kit? Man, teeth. when they hurt.
If you can afford it.
If you can afford it. And actually, these aren't that bad.
No, I think
it's when you don't have a dental kit and you got to go to the dental doctor. You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, you got pocket bellows in your teeth.
That'll be 6 crowns.
That'll be 6 crowns. And I'm going to have to take your kids home with me. They're going to ride on my bike and make some power.
We can work something out.
We can work something out. Is that your wife in the corner?
Yeah.
She looks like she could pedal real good.
A dental assistant, go siphon the fuel out of his car.
Yeah. But anyways, like these are kits designed for teeth stuff issues, right? They have like temporary filling material. They got dental wax and a bunch of basic like teeth instruments and like a mirror and all that kind of stuff that you might need when you're working on your own teeth or you're on your kids' teeth or something.
Man, lifesaver though.
Sure.
I've used dental wax.
Those actually cause cavities. Lifesavers.
Those aren't in there.
Oh, they're not.
No.
Okay.
But like, I still remember my mom like making her own dental, like filling a cavity.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I could smell it. I was like,
oh.
You perming your hair or you making dental paste? But she would like to fill something until she could get in to see a dentist.
Wow. I've never
we weren't
done
that redneck that was like, you see these? My mom put them all in.
My mama put these in right here. Yeah.
Ain't none of these real.
Melt down a cow hoof. Just put it right in there.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's held out pretty good. Yeah, probably would hold up.
Go get you a dental kit.
But yeah, but the dental wax, I've had like a cracked tooth and you just tongue it to pieces. You're like, turned into ASMR.
Yeah.
But the dental wax is good stuff.
What do you do to it?
Tongue
it to pieces.
Tongue it to pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you get all that bacteria and food and
yeah.
Then you're dealing with cavity and pocket bellows.
Yeah. Bad case of pocket bellows.
Speaking of dental items, dental floss.
Yeah, man.
Man, not only is this crucial in avoiding financial crisis, you can avoid all those dental
I've been reading
bills.
some new studies that's saying it doesn't really help.
Really?
Yeah.
I want you to send those over this afternoon.
Science.
But dental floss used to get that piece of chicken or meat out of your
ribs,
teeth.
man. I've been eating a lot of ribs lately. I always got to go floss my teeth.
Ribs. That's why I'm doing this. I had ribs for lunch. But the other thing is it's like nice smelling paracord.
Yeah, man.
It seriously has so many uses.
A little snack for the kids when they're bored. Didn't we say that at one point?
Chew on some
Suck on this.
And then go tie the fence up.
Yeah. The muffler's falling down.
Exactly.
Go throw this on there.
Free if you go to checkups.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to buy it if
I don't
you're
go to
going
checkups.
Yeah.
I don't go to checkups.
But $2 for one or $8 for 6 of them at Walmart.
Deal.
Yeah. So you got a lot of them.
Give me some.
But the thing is, like, that freaking stuff is so strong.
Sure.
You can repair items with it. You can build a shelter, you can use it to tie up logs and all.
My dental floss shelter. Yeah.
And it smells good.
Yeah.
Remember that.
You go for mint, I assume?
Mint's great.
Or are you a cinnamon guy?
No, I like the mint.
I do too.
Cinnamon's
not bad.
I forget there's even cinnamon.
Yeah.
I would use that
It
one.
exists.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Suture material.
Okay. He got a bad case of the pocket bellows. Ain't speaking well this week.
Oh, yeah. Get that suture material. The suture material for clothing. I wouldn't suture your skin. I was going to say, it's going to burn. Not gonna work. Netting for fishing nets and like repairing them.
Yeah.
Or you can even build them. That'd be pretty cool. Fishing line.
Crochet it, basically.
As long as it's, scentless. Trip line.
I don't know. Don't they like scents? We used to spray ours with WD-40.
Did
Our
you
spinners. I don't know why.
Maybe that's the thing. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
You can smell that stuff a mile away.
Shit, why did we do that? Am I making that
it's
up?
squeaking.
Spinner's making too much noise. Spray it.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm
curious about that.
I could have just made it up.
So trip line, hunting tools, tie up objects and prevent tooth decay. But you're saying maybe not?
I don't know.
Did you really see something that said that?
I thought I did.
It makes total sense to get it out of your teeth, though.
It does.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
Nothing better than tasting blood at night.
Irony. How about carbon monoxide detectors?
Yeah.
There's several different versions of these, but I think it's a really good idea to get a mobile one. Because you can get ones that you can move around. Like, don't just like stick up in your ceiling or whatever, right? These are fantastic, obviously, especially in certain situations where you're using heaters and all that kind of stuff.
This terrifies me more than anything in trailers and in my RV. Like, I have one in there.
Yeah, it's like, so worth it.
Creepy.
And you can get these anywhere from $20 up. Like, you can get them hundreds of dollars, but it's just they're going to alert you if there's too much carbon monoxide and you're not going to wake up in the morning. And that's so important, especially when it's cold and you're using heaters or there's cooking stuff going on and you're using different types of fuels. You know what I mean? They're just really good to have. So make sure you have one in your home for one thing, but having an additional one in case you're out, bugging out or you're sleeping somewhere else.
Most of them are all power up. They're all operated by. So if your power's out and you're down there cooking turkey,
yeah,
scary.
Adios, muchacho.
Scary stuff though, like carbon monoxide.
Yeah, man.
This one's a little different. Portable bidet.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
TP's amazing. I love it.
Use it every day.
Yeah. But one, it's going to be a vital resource that you're not going to want to use up.
Yeah.
So if you can, spray your butthole off and not wipe it.
But you still got to wipe, right?
Go ahead. You should.
I mean,
you should.
You can't just.
I do.
Okay.
I do actually have a bidet.
Do you? Do you use it every day?
No. Just when things get rough.
When it gets hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard or pasty.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
I'm not wiping 6 hours.
I'm not necessarily meaning like things are hard down there. I mean, it's just like a harder day on the toilet. That's kind of what I was.
Okay.
I wasn't asking. I was talking about the
blowing
consistency.
out a stone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But a portable bidet. Some people will say like, "Oh, you just poke a hole in the water bottle and squirt it in." You can do that.
Yeah.
And your hand's gonna get like blasted. So the nice thing about these portable bidets is it's like an extension.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to get your hand near anything.
That makes sense.
And you spray a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, bidets been around a long time. Bidets.
Exact same time. Good Lord. We've been doing this for too long, buddy.
Yeah, but, about $10 to $25 for a nice little makeshift. Well, not makeshift.
Makeshift bidet. That's a
good
perfect name. Like a company name. Yeah.
Man. Have to patent that.
Yeah, copyright.
But yeah, $10 to $25 for a little like collapsible bidet that you can take with you. Throw in your bag. Save the toilet paper. Use it when you're done, not actually wiping for 5 hours to get rid of all that poop.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like I'm wiping a magic marker down there.
Just wipe. Still poop. Poop. But yeah, it's true.
That's a great idea.
And everybody wants to have good hygiene. I want people to have good hygiene. I don't want to be sleeping next to somebody in a shelter that hasn't wiped their poopy butthole for years.
I require it. If you're going to be near me, you got to have good
Yeah.
hygiene.
You got to clean yourself up.
You got to do it. That's a good one, Cam. How about a survival gill net? You know? And if you
Vince
know
Gill?
Huh?
Like Vince Gill?
Man, he had such a smooth voice.
He did.
He could play the guitar. He had it all.
I was attracted to him.
He was the king of the damn world. Vince Gill. But a gill net, obviously this is for fishing. It's a net that's you could throw it out there, easy to deploy. You can get some food in a survival situation, and it's really easy to do. It's kind of like this passive fishing, this passive way of
apparently it's kind of illegal in some places.
Well, we don't worry about that.
But yeah, in this scenario, who cares?
No.
You get food any way you can.
Yeah, and it's really, it's compact. It doesn't really take up a lot of space, but you can get these for relatively inexpensive, anywhere from $15 to hundreds of dollars if you get a real nice gill net.
Really?
Yeah, gold-plated, baby. But obviously, food is a big deal in a survival situation, so this is a good way to get that, and it's passive, so you can throw it out there. You can go do your thing. Come back, pull it up, you got some fish, hopefully, right? But in a pinch, it can be repurposed for a lot of different things. You could use it for a small game net in some way, right? You can create barriers for different things. You can
build basketball game net?
For sure. 100% you could do that. And then you could build temporary shelters with it. There's a lot of different things.
Those nets go a long way.
Put them over, prisoners or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff you can do.
Catch somebody.
Catch somebody with it.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I've actually wanted one of these.
Okay,
I've been meaning to buy one.
Never seen one.
Just to do a video because they look cool.
Just send
so
an
a
email,
paper log maker. So basically, it's like a little press, and so you get paper and you kind of tear it up and you stick it in this press.
Make a
I think
log.
wet, and then you keep smashing it down, and it makes like a fire brick, which is pretty cool.
That's neat.
Because I'm like, there's always paper kicking around. My kids draw and leave paper all over the place. I'm like, if I could use that, make some paper logs, whew,
I like that.
that'd be awesome. They cost about $35 to $40, and I mean, yeah, and they say that they're almost more efficient. So if you can add them to like regular logs, you're using less firewood and you're burning a little more efficient. They're easier to start, and I mean, just saving the planet.
Yeah.
You're just using that extra paper kicking around into a fire log. Pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah, not very much. Pretty simple design.
I guess you could use toilet paper too if you had to, right?
You could, yeah.
It wouldn't be a very great smelling log.
No.
But you could do it.
But it would work.
It would work.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like
you
that.
could probably put like 65 rolls in that thing.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pressing it.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yeah.
so soft.
So soft. It just keeps going down. How about instant hot or cold packs? This often gets overlooked, but there's so many uses, especially
super convenient, yeah.
with medical stuff that you can use these for. It's a great addition, and they're relatively inexpensive. You can get packs of them for $1, $2, $3, $5. And they're obviously injuries is a big thing these are good for. The cold packs for sure, reducing swelling, numbing pain from sprains and bruises or insect bites. All of those things are great for that. But also the hot packs, if it's cold outside, you can help regulate your temperature and you won't die.
That's right, huh?
Maybe
those core temperature.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And they're portable. They're lightweight. They're really easy to add to any sort of first aid kit or to a bug out bag or an EDC kit or something like that. I do have hot packs in my
I need to buy more.
My bug out bag and my EDC kit because I'm just afraid that I'm going to get somewhere with my kids or my wife and they're going to be cold. Hey, look,
guaranteed.
I guarantee it. Yeah. So great thing to add to your kits.
Yeah.
And easy.
Yeah.
Easy, cheap.
Nice.
Cheap and easy.
Cheap, super easy. Electrolyte powder.
Hmm.
Water's boring.
It's so boring.
And so if that's all you have, it's going to be pretty boring. And the other thing is, have you ever drank water that's been stored for like 6 months?
Yeah.
It's super flat and boring.
Yeah.
Shaking it up still doesn't do the trick, So you really need to spice it up a little bit.
Sure.
Get some electrolyte powder. And there's only one that we recommend.
Yup.
And it's Element.
Yeah.
It's super good. I'm actually drinking it right now.
As am I.
But the thing is, well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, you always think, I got to drink more water, or if I'm working real hard outside, I've got to replenish these fluids that I'm losing. But you're not really doing yourself a service unless you're adding in those minerals. Like, you're not really rehydrating in the most efficient manner that way.
Yeah.
You're not.
When I've covered like an urgent care, it's always like, we're giving them tons of water. And I'm like, you're giving them anything else electrolyte based?
Yeah.
No, they usually aren't because people are dumb.
Yeah, they're not.
And that's
smart.
why they're the urgent care.
That's why they're the urgent care.
Yeah. So, but seriously, the cost for the good stuff, like Element, plus you get a free sample pack.
I know.
I mean, use our code.
Yeah.
But $45 for 30 packs. And it tastes good and it's healthy for you.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. But seriously, spice up your water because we all should be storing water by itself. Throw some packs. They're easy to store. They last probably for an eternity.
Yeah, they do last a long time. I think they're perfect for bug out bags because if you look at your bug out bag as a way to stay survived for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Right? You throw 3 of those in there. For those 3 days, you're going to be hydrated, like no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Right? The water itself isn't going to be enough.
And sweating and running, all that stuff.
Yep.
You need to replenish. So, make sure you're putting electrolyte powders, preferably Element, in your survival kits because you need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's good stuff.
Love that. This is another fishing item that I think is fantastic.
I do too.
Those yo-yo or what else do they call them? There's other names for these different types of fishing reels. Basically,
what is that other name? But
they're like the automatic reels or something. That's what they call auto reel. Yeah. So they're just like this little round metal looking thing, and you attach it to a tree or something. You throw out the line on it with bait, and you just let it sit there, and it fishes for you. And as soon as it gets a hit, it reels back in.
Yeah.
Boy,
it reels and locks, so it can't pull it back out.
Exactly.
It's friggin' awesome.
So you could set 3 or 4 of those up. You could put your gill net out too, and man, you're gonna have some fish eventually.
Yeah.
Right. A great
you can go
thing.
spray, you can go use the bidet, take
Yes.
your time, come back.
Yes.
There's gonna be fish ready for you.
1,000%. So I think these are great because you can get them for relatively inexpensive, $5 to $10 a piece, or even you can even get packs of them. Again, it's a passive way of procuring food. Very good. And you can also use them for different stuff too, like game trapping or makeshift alarms and those types of things too, because of the way that they're set up. So
They come with line on them, don't they?
they do usually.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's nice.
They do. So
That's awesome.
Go check them out. Yo-yo fishing reels.
For
Yo.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
A rope saw. So a lot of these items, I'm telling you, I've never seen them until BattleBox sent them
I
to
know.
us.
Yep.
So the rope saw, it's basically a chainsaw blade that has like hooks on the end that you can connect to like a plastic or a rope or a piece of wood so that you can manually use the saw blade.
It's not a saw that just cuts through ropes.
Huh?
It's not a saw that just cuts through ropes.
Yeah. I only want the one that cuts ropes.
Well, specifically designed for rope cutting.
Yeah. But basically, yeah, it's a chainsaw blade that you can use to manually cut through wood, branches, PVC, whatever you want to do with it. And it's super portable. Like the one that we have came in a little can. And it has 2 plastic handles that lock onto it. It's super easy to just throw in a bag. Useful if you're building shelters and stuff. Because sometimes, I mean, even when you're like cutting with an axe, it doesn't turn out very nice and smooth, obviously. And then like sometimes it's just hard to reach where you're trying to cut a branch or something off. And this is nice because it's almost like, literally like a rope. You just go around that part, saw back and forth, and you're good.
I love that.
So pretty cool thing.
Yeah, check those out. We just talked about electrolyte powders.
Yes.
So why not talk about Element right now? Because if you didn't know, electrolyte deficiency or imbalances can cause headaches, cramps, fatigue, weakness, maybe even pocket bellows. As people who want to be prepared and ready for anything, the last thing you need is something that will slow you down when you need to be ready the most. That's why we at Casual Preppers have teamed up with Element. It is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing that you don't. Again, we think it's perfect for bug out bags and EDC kits because it contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Casual Preppers listeners get a free sample pack when you make any drink purchase through our exclusive Casual Preppers link. The sample pack includes 1 packet of every flavor, and that's every single time you order, you guys. This is such a good deal, but you got to use our link, because you're not going to get it if you don't. And our link is drinkelementlmnt.com/casualpreppers. Get your order and your free sample pack with any purchase. And make sure to check out their Element Sparkling. It is a bold 16-ounce can of sparkling electrolyte water, which is so delicious that Cam and I drink it every podcast day. So that is drinkelement.com/casualpreppers.
Yes.
Get it done. This is a great one. This is something I'm looking into, and I'm going to get one.
I haven't thought about this either until this list.
Wind up clocks. So, if we get into a situation where there's no power, if we get into a situation where things get weird and you can't tell time, this is going to be a problem. And wind-up clocks are a really good, durable, reliable way to keep time when other devices are failing. And they're relatively inexpensive. You can get them from $10 and up, right? But you get into an SHTF scenario, you want to keep a routine, you want to keep morale up, you want to be able to say, let's meet at 1 o'clock, right? And even if it's not like on satellite perfect time, at least you're keeping some
you
sort
have a
of
set time that's going to keep going.
Exactly. They'll help you manage tasks and monitor cooking times and keep track of watch shifts and
we live
security.
And we die by time.
We really do, even though it's a concept we just kind of made up, right?
Yeah.
No, it is real. It is a real thing.
Interesting for sure.
Yeah. So check out looking at a wind-up clock for your
Did you find any good ones? Because I want to get one.
I haven't looked that deeply yet, unfortunately. But I'll tell you if I do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The next one, one of the best ways to get around is by bicycle. So you need to have like a bicycle kit. Every bike that is on my property has a flat tire right now.
They're all broke.
Every single one of them. So having a kit that enables you to, repair a tire, fix a flat, change the chain or anything like that. Like those kits are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Walmart, $15. You can buy some replacement tubes for $5, but having some of that stuff on hand, even if it isn't your own bike, you may want to be stealing one from your neighbor so that you can go into town and scavenge. Yeah. It's an easy transportation that's always available everywhere you are in the world. There's a bicycle somewhere.
Yep.
And so having a kit or a repair kit in your bug out bag is a good idea.
I agree.
Because they're inexpensive and they're very useful.
Yeah, sometimes you got to...
Yeah.
You're right over there?
Yeah.
I just want to make
Work was trying to call me. Look, I don't care.
Talking
Busy
about
right
bicycle
now.
tubes.
But yeah, those kits, you can get a kit that has all that stuff in it for like $15, and
Nice.
I would go get you one.
That's a good idea. This one's kind of weird. It's on the list anyways. Pantyhose.
Yeah.
Right? Very unusual prepping item, but there's a lot of different things that you could do with them. And Cam made some notes in here. Ugh. Inappropriate. But look, you can use these.
Mine wasn't. Yours were. Your addition to that.
Sure. Water filtration. They can be used as kind of like the first step in getting all the larger particles out of water.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, right? You can also put it over your face and nobody can tell what you look like.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are the best.
Those are the
bandits.
best. I always think of
face all smashed down.
Jack Black with it on his head. What movie is that? What movie is
Saving
it?
Silverman.
It's a Saving Silverman. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I always think about that.
His face
is all smashed
freaking
up.
funny in that.
Insect protection. You can wear them over your arms or legs to protect against insect bites. Those little suckers, I tell you. It can be used for cordage, for tying down gears, securing items on your backpack.
Yeah, once that stuff's like wrapped into a rope, man. Unbreakable.
Snares in a pinch if you had to, or slingshots. Because it kind of
it is kind of elastic.
Yeah. Also, you can just wear them on your feet to help blisters.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So, anyways,
do they still come in an egg?
I don't know.
Do you remember?
I do remember the legs or whatever it was called. Yeah, it looked like I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Kind of
pretty smart.
As a kid, it was weird.
It was weird.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in those.
Should I look at it? Can I look at it?
There's pictures on it. Ladies' legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out pantyhose.
Pantyhose. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
This one's really weird.
It is kind of weird.
I know this is weird.
Yeah.
A scythe.
Yeah.
Sounds ridiculous. I know. But I mean, it's a proven tool that's been used to harvest for hundreds of years.
Harvest souls too.
Harvest souls too. Yeah.
Right.
Harvester of sorrow.
Doesn't the angel of death?
He does.
Have one?
Yeah. He has a scythe. And there's definitely a technique to this.
For sure.
But the thing is, like, looking at the long term,
yeah,
you don't want to use your gasoline to mow down the weeds and the grass around your yard if you're just bugging in and you've been there forever and there's overgrowth. The thing is, like, bugs and insects, they love those tall weeds.
They do.
So you need to get rid of them somehow.
You can have
Pulling them by
intruders
hand
hiding in there.
sucks.
People can hide in those.
Yeah. They're not going to if they know that you're using a scythe to clear the... But yeah.
Wear a big robe and a hood over your head.
I would, for sure.
Oh, my gosh.
But not only... so I guess the cost, you're looking like the little one-handed ones that probably are useless.
Yeah.
$25, $35.
Sure.
If you're going to get the two-handed, like long scythe, you're looking at like $80 to $200.
It's a bit of an investment.
It's a chunk of change. And I understand you're probably not going to buy this. Yeah. But you can harvest with it. Let's say it's real far into the apocalypse and you have community garden.
Wheat.
A bunch of wheat. Yeah. You're going to want to use this to, cut it down. Cutting down weeds, preventing insects and craps and bandits that are hiding in the grass. You don't want that around your house. And the other thing is, it's a good defense. Like, I'm not messing with the house if the kids and the family come out with scythes in their hands.
Just sitting on the porch?
Yeah. They're just sharpening their scythe. I'm like, I'm not messing with them.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I like that.
So,
how about a pencil sharpener? You're just like, wait, what am I going to do with this? You can sharpen pencils.
Etching things?
Yeah, you can sharpen
drawing.
pencils. That's fantastic. But it can do a lot of different other things too. It's great for making fine little wood shavings, which are great for tinder, for starting fires, obviously. Great.
Makes total sense.
Also, you can sharpen small sticks for traps or arrows or something like that. So, consider it. It's a very inexpensive investment. Doesn't take up much space. Very lightweight. Pencil sharpener. Add it in there.
Man, there's something therapeutic about sharpening and like a pencil.
I agree.
You're like, oh man, that feels good.
Yeah.
Just seeing it like coil up and
99% of the times, if I sharpened a pencil,
break the
it
tip.
was with a knife. Growing up, you know what I
Well,
mean?
you're bad, eh?
Well, it's something my dad always did it. Like that's just how it was always done.
I was usually in the back of class, like rolling it for like 25
Cam,
minutes.
are you done?
I'm sure the teacher could not stand it.
Trying to talk about the
crayons
Continental
in
Congress.
there, putting pens in there,
Fingers in there.
anything that would roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this next one, the ultimate repair tool.
Oh my gosh.
Baling wire.
Yep.
I'm going to say baling twine and baling wire.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah.
Both
So
good.
baling wire. Baling wire.
Baling wire.
Seriously, the most versatile tool ever made.
Yeah.
You can repair things. You can bundle hay and straw into bales.
Oh yeah, you definitely
it's
can.
Actual purpose. Make fences out of it.
Yes.
Oh man, it is so useful.
Belts.
You would never think to just have a spool of it laying around.
I've
And
used
you
it as a belt before.
Yeah, you
Just
could.
baling wire. Like
Yeah.
seriously, and then you just twist it tight.
Yeah. There's so many uses.
Yeah.
So a spool of and depends on the gauge, right?
For sure, yeah.
You got the like 10 gauge, that's going to cost you. But you go 20 gauge,
Yeah.
you can get like 200 feet of it or something for like
Jeez.
100 or $10 to $15.
Get you some good pliers, you're good to go.
$40 for 14 gauge for about the same amount. So it gets expensive. But the thing is, man, it holds up everything, you know, and it can get hot and it's not going to break most of the time.
You're right.
Like I think the heater in my camper is supported up against the back. Like I have one of those little RV like catalytic heater things or whatever. It's like secured with baling wire.
Of course, yeah.
Because it doesn't ever come loose, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Good stuff. Yeah.
But repairing things, building fences, holds up every muffler in
Oh my gosh.
Hardy Farms was built around
Yeah.
baling wire.
Like the
everything.
the
All
logo,
the fences are held up.
The logo is a thing of baling wire.
It should be.
Hardy Farms.
Like everything.
Yeah.
Half of it's probably in the cow's stomachs.
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
but baling wire, it's amazing stuff. It'll hold up everything. You have to have some.
I like that.
Like it's so useful.
How about bug nets?
Yeah.
Bugs are the worst.
You
I hate
forget
them.
about bugs, man.
You do. And then you don't. And then one day you're out and it's like all mosquitoes and you're like, I'll never be able to sleep, do anything. But if you have some bug nets, you can put them over your face, your head. You can put them over sleeping areas or full body protection. There's a lot of different things you can do with them, and you need to have them because sleep is so important in an SHTF scenario, in an emergency scenario. And if you have bugs attacking you all night because you're sleeping outside or whatever it is, you're gonna be worthless.
Seriously.
Absolutely worthless. So these are so important, and you can do a lot of different things with them. It's just like having another net around, you know, just like we talked about with the fishing net. Very similar stuff, right?
Yeah.
So look at getting
Could make them into pantyhose.
bug. Yeah, for sure. So
Fishnet stockings.
oh,
Now we're talking.
you're making hay now, buddy. But yeah, bug nets. Think about that.
Yeah. I seriously, like, I still remember it. I've told the story before, but like I was in Brazil and the power went out, and I remember just being eaten alive all night long by mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't realize how much you're fending off with the technology that we
Yeah,
have. Once
man.
that's gone, insects will take over.
They will.
They will take
They
over.
will take over the entire world.
They will.
They've killed more people than anything.
Yeah, they have.
So
It's crazy. So
Speaking
why
of
not
that.
kill them?
yeah.
Insecticides.
Yeah.
Don't forget mosquito repellents, bug repellents, insecticides, things like that. Kill them.
Yeah.
We hate them. Sawyer is a great brand to look at because they have all of these.
I love their stuff.
Ticks, mosquito repellents.
And they got the stuff that you can pre-treat your
I like
clothes
that,
with.
yeah.
It's really nice.
I really like that.
Yeah, oh, man. I like that.
I like that. $10 for a large amount, like a bigger bottle of it.
Yeah.
So you're not. It's inexpensive.
$10 for a large amount. I can see the ad right now.
Bug repellent. $10 for a large amount.
Not a little bit.
It's like 20 ounces or something. Okay.
Large amount.
Number one, prevent disease.
I don't like disease.
Yep. Improve your quality of life.
I like having a good
sleep
life.
better.
Mhm.
You're more comfortable. You don't have to worry about bugs eating you all night long.
Bugging you all night.
Yeah, they bug you all night. The other thing is you don't know what environment you're going to be in.
You're right.
You know, you could be out in the forest bugging out. You could be in a hotel that's even equally as dirty
Probably.
or probably worse, honestly. But you got to prevent those bugs. And the other thing is you can protect your animals too.
Yeah, it's true.
If you use these repellents. And you don't want them carrying a bunch of lice or ticks or crap into your house.
You're right.
Yeah, so.
Speaking of animals, how about kitty litter?
Yeah.
If you got kitties, you probably have some kitty litter around, but this is a great thing to have in an emergency situation for a lot of different things. Obviously, if you got cats, they use it to go...
First things first.
First things first, right? But it's also a great moisture control item. It absorbs moisture, you know.
Moisture.
I don't know what that was, but it was not moisture. It was like moisture. It's great for keeping gear and food storage areas
Just
free
eat the cake. Dang, that's moist.
Dang, that's moist cake.
Ew, don't say moist. Now say just eat the dang cake.
Just eat
She's
the
gonna be
cake.
like, oh dang, that's moist.
Improvised toilet. Think about that. You know what I mean? The cats use it. Why
That's
not
true.
you?
Yeah, you can.
Because it controls odors, it absorbs waste.
Sprinkle it on vomit, man.
You can. It's also good as a traction aid if you're out and you get stuck.
That's true. Yeah.
Throw it down on the ground and it gets you good traction. The snowy or muddy, and it works as a fire extinguisher.
I didn't know that.
As well, like small grease or oil fires.
Oh yeah.
You throw it on.
That's
there.
a freaking mess.
Yeah, but don't use.
Hold on, honey. Pour a
the
whole
cat's
bag
still
of
in
cat-
there.
Just cat turds and pee clumps
turds,
all over.
Cat, everything.
Yeah. Just dump it all on there.
Yeah. So, anyways, kitty litter.
Yeah, kitty litter's good.
Kitty litter.
Safety pins.
Yep.
We brought these up multiple times
Early
in the
on.
medical. Yeah. So safety pins, they're underrated, man.
Yeah.
You can get like a box of 10,000 for $5, I think. Multiple sizes.
They give them away, basically.
But the thing is, what can you do with those? You can help organize. Yeah. Anyways, you can make pockets and stuff with them.
Okay.
I don't know what that was. And then also you can use them like medically for securing like a triangle bandage or keep a ace bandage in place and things like that.
Or your tongue to your lip.
Or your tongue to your lip.
Yep.
Yeah. That's very intense, but we did talk about that.
Yep.
Like if you have to leave somebody that's,
Swallowing
having
their
seizures
tongue.
and you're worried about them swallowing their tongue, just pierce it, clip it, done. But yeah, multiple uses, repairing clothing, making patches for your pants, holding your britches up, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Many uses.
So many.
So
Can't even name them all. Gum. So, look, this might feel like a weird thing, but I don't think it is, man. There's a lot of practical purposes for gum. Obviously, you want minty fresh breath. You know, if you're in a situation where maybe toothpaste isn't available as much, think about that. Stress relief. Really, chewing gum is a good stress relief. It's great as a bartering item.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like, hey, I got some gum. Give me those bullets. Okay. And then you make a switch.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
But
I do it all the time.
and it's actually really good for oral hygiene.
Yeah.
Like chewing sugar-free gum. We're talking about
Xylitol or whatever.
Yeah, like I've been reading a lot of stuff about xylitol. Actually, you can almost like repair your teeth.
With that.
Yeah.
I know it's been good for that.
Yeah.
Dentists hate it.
Oh, stupid
They're
dentist.
like,
Of
don't
course
use
they
it.
don't
kid.
use it.
Get your
Nope.
pocket bells.
Yeah, you get pocket bells if you do that.
But it is, man. It's like,
Yeah.
pulls all that crap out of your
They even have caffeine gum now.
See that.
Give you a little bit of
That's awesome.
burst of energy.
I know military used to,
Yeah.
or maybe they still do
Yeah.
use that.
Yep. So
Cool
anyways,
stuff.
Get some gum.
Anti-chafing balm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't. Chafing's no joke.
It
Don't
really
mess
isn't.
around with it.
I don't think
It
it's fun.
sucks. I hate it.
not
I always
funny,
think
though.
about that. I'm like, if I don't have baby powder, I might as well just kill myself.
Yeah.
Got to keep
I
that
hope you
chafing
don't.
down,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Friction happens. You
It
know,
does.
either it's your belt, your backpack strap, your
Mhm.
nut sack, your bra. Nowadays, you might have both those problems.
You might,
in the
yep.
same body.
Yep. It's called the bro
Yeah,
or the man's ear.
is it?
Yeah. That's a Seinfeld episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
Costs about $9 to $12 for a good
Yeah.
anti-chafing balm.
We've
Body
got a
Glide's
lot of
a big
these.
one.
We've got some good stuff from
We do.
Battle Box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, stop that chafing, man. You don't
Yeah.
want to be uncomfortable.
great for bug out bags.
Yeah, and you can lube tools.
Yeah, you can.
You know, your crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slick as snot, you know? Spare
That
shoe.
is such a dad call.
I know, my dad used to say it all the time.
Slick a snot.
You got in there slick as snot. Tell you what,
That's awesome.
spare shoelaces.
Yeah.
If your shoelace breaks, you're gonna have a spare.
You never think about that.
You don't.
Because they rarely break.
Yeah, so you want to keep those around, but they can also be like improvised cordage. You can use them to repair broken zippers, secure splints, lash together shelters, right?
Yeah.
It could be a tourniquet if you had to pull out them shoelaces, but you don't think about breaking shoelaces in a long-term situation. So having some is a good
your
idea.
Your shoe's useless.
I know, yeah.
Like you can
Flop
try
around like an idiot.
Tape it on, but it's still not going to work.
Exactly. So get some shoelaces.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Caltrops.
I got me some caltrops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had to look these up. I didn't even know what they were.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard about them. So they're designed to stop and disable vehicles.
Yep.
That's their primary use. They're like jacks.
Mm-hmm.
They look like that, but they're sharp.
Yeah, sharp
and
as
so
hell.
you can throw them out to prevent people from riding their bikes on your carport.
Yeah. On your car.
Have you heard carport in a long time? My parents always call it a carport.
Carport, yeah.
Like the garage.
I see.
You can ride around in the carport if you want.
Yeah.
But they also would deter people walking on. They could be really vicious looking ones too. Like they've got large and small, nasty looking suckers.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically like a little. They always remind me of like the D-Day tank things. They're just smaller size.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they cost like $15 to $25 for a few of them. And man, good defense weapon.
I like that. Fishing magnet. We've talked about a lot of different fishing items. But
Are fishes magnetized?
The ones that have a lot of mercury in them, or a lot of iron in their blood,
Catch them right up.
Yeah, get them right up. But no, this is good for when you want to get something that's down in the water. And maybe there's, whatever it might be, tools fell down, some
a lot of
gear
stuff down there.
or whatever. But you can get these, and there's a lot of different like sizes. And like $20, you can get a little cheap one up to hundreds of dollars, obviously. But you can just throw that down in the river, by a bridge or something, and see all the crazy crap that's fallen.
I've seen some TikToks of people like using them, finding all kinds.
But
it
could be useful for a lot of different things. So check it out. Yeah, throw
a weapon, man.
Yeah. Exactly. A weapon, man.
Yeah.
Check it out. Fishing magnet.
Always got to think of how you can use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
Lock picking kit.
Yeah.
Have you ever picked a door?
I haven't.
Me either.
No.
We actually got a kit from Ready Man.
Yep.
That was a lock and it had the kit so you can actually see the
I never got it, I don't think.
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. But you could see inside the lock. It's nice. It's transparent so you can see how to use the little tools. But having the tools, you're much more likely to be able to pick a lock.
Yeah.
And practice, obviously. But you can get a good lock picking kit for about $15 to $20. And it comes with all the little supplies in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. And some of them do have like a lock that's transparent so you can see how to do it. It's a good idea to have.
It's a great
and
idea,
learn.
man. A lot of different things you can do with it. This is actually something I do have, and I think it's a great idea. A collapsible dog bowl. So if you have a dog, and if you have to take it, like we take them on hikes and stuff sometimes, but it's like, how do I give them water?
Yeah, true.
And you have this little bowl, and it just like collapses down to nothing, and you throw it in your pack.
Yeah, that's a good
They're
idea.
great.
And you could even use it.
And you can use it, absolutely. But they're just great if you have dogs or, I guess, cats. Whatever.
We just let them
go. Like, whatever. But they're great for on the go if you have to get your dog some water. And obviously you can use it for anything.
Overlook the pets, man.
Yeah, so go grab one of those, really inexpensive. You can get them for like $5.
Just anywhere, Walmart stuff.
I don't know. Amazon.
Yeah,
that's where I get it.
Yeah. Vitamin D lamp.
Dude, I think this is a great idea.
This is a great idea.
To be honest with
We've
you.
talked about this too in like a medical tip of how important it is to get enough sunlight. In a scenario where you might be bugging out and you're in a basement, you don't go out much.
Bugging in.
Bugging in, and it's either unsafe to go outside or, it's you got a nuclear winter or whatever. You need sunlight to produce vitamin D.
Yeah.
And there are lights out there specifically to do just that.
Yeah.
The LED ones are probably the best way to go because they last forever. It's like 500,000 hours or something ridiculous amount.
I need to get one.
So it'll burn out in a week.
Yeah. Oh, I hate them.
They're not. I think it's like 50,000 hours.
They don't last any longer than the other ones do.
No, they don't.
Nobody can convince me of it.
But we have a big, it's almost like an iPad size light. And you want to shoot for like 10,000 lux.
Okay.
That's what's going to give you the best treatment. And it's going to prevent SAD, the seasonal affective disorder. And it's also going to help you produce vitamin D while you're in the basement forever and, with months on end. Who knows?
And pretty much everybody is deficient in vitamin D.
Exactly.
Like everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, for sure.
So everybody should be using these, honestly. Yeah. And you can even get ones. I think the one that we have is also like it's also like a wake up light. Like it'll come on brighter.
Yeah.
And then it stays on for the time you're supposed to be exposed to it. But
nice.
They're bright.
Yeah.
10,000 lux is a lot.
That's bright.
But you should get one.
I like that. It's a great idea.
I need to use one more in the winter. I tried to use it for myself, but kept forgetting.
Yeah. Dang it.
Stand over it.
Yeah.
Get the undercarriage.
Yeah. You got to get that sunning of the undercarriage for sure. Waterproof playing cards. I think we've talked about this before, but these are a fantastic
idea for the waterproof because I have a ton that are all damaged.
As soon as they get wet, they just wrinkle up and they are what they are. But if you can get a nice set of waterproof ones, if you're out on the go, if you're outside and there's any sort of weather, you can still play your cards and have no issues. And
it's a great idea.
Morale is such a big deal, right? But they can be used for other things. Like you can mark trails with them, you can signal with them. I think you could probably even use them as like a chest seal if you had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of different stuff. So think about getting one of those. They're great for bug out bags and EDC kits.
Yeah.
So
it's a good idea.
Waterproof cards, baby.
The next one's glow sticks.
Yeah.
Because, it's a reliable source of light. It's a chemical reaction, so you don't need batteries. You don't need to charge it. They store for like ever.
Yeah.
I would go with something like a little more expensive. $20 gets you the Siloom military grade 12-hour.
Oh, 12 hours.
Because the ones from the dollar store are
suck.
They crack and they're bright for like 20 seconds and then they suck. So, but you can get a good reliable source of light with these, tactical marking, winter light source, natural disaster lighting source, bait traps, fishing attractor. People use them to attract fish.
Spray some WD-40 on there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Car emergency kits. They're great to throw in a car. And then, you can attach them to your bug out bag, everything. It's
That's
great.
Great idea.
They're an awesome little, I need to get some nicer ones.
They really are.
We ended up using some camping because they're fun.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Kids love them.
How about a radiation detection
track kids
badge? Yeah, I know.
Get those kids in here.
Yeah, come on. Radiation detection badge.
I need to get another one of these.
These are great because they're very, very simple and they could save your life real quick. Basically, it's a little card that you keep with you, and if you are exposed to a dangerous amount of radiation, it lets you know. Very simple thing, and it's not like you have to have like this big, machine or anything like that.
Geigometer.
You don't need that stuff. This is very, very simple. They're a little more expensive. It's like $20 to $50 to get one of these things, but especially if you
they are kind of expensive. That's why I haven't bought another one.
But if you live by a nuclear power plant, I would 100% have one of these suckers, man.
Yeah.
And just keep it with you. A lot of people, when they work in those types of environments, they have to keep those on them all the time. But great thing to have,
really
just
is.
in case.
And you don't have to have any special thing to get them.
Nope.
Emergency wind or water turbine.
Yeah.
So we have a water one that we've used a couple of times. The Lily.
Water Lily.
Yeah. I actually tried their site. It doesn't work anymore.
Oh, it doesn't?
So I don't know if they're done for.
Oh, no. That's a bummer.
But the thing is, they have a new one where you get the turbine and it can convert from water to wind, which is awesome, man. It would have been so cool to have. But that's the thing is, like, if you're off the grid bugging out, you don't know how long or where you're going to get your power source.
Yeah.
Solar's great. But the thing is, this is easy to just throw in a river or let the wind do the work for you,
Yeah.
And so it's just another thing to keep you off the grid. Silent, too.
I think they're still working.
It didn't work when I tried to, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway. Okay. Water Lily makes
That's a great idea.
a really nice one that can be converted to both wind and water. So about $150 though.
They're cool though.
Yeah,
they're really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Petroleum jelly. Man, there's a lot of different uses for these things, from fire starting to putting it on your skin to whatever other thing you want to use it for. And you can get those for prostate
exams.
Prostate exams.
That's what you're
exactly.
Gonna say.
So I was thinking that. I can remember the words. You can get this for obviously super duper cheap, but we talk about chafing. This is something you can use for that. Great for.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to put jelly in between my.
It depends on where you're using it. Okay. But chapped lips, they're great for minor cuts and burns, harsh weather conditions like wind or cold. You can use it for that kind of stuff. It acts as a barrier and moisture. It's great for lubrication. It's great for waterproofing, and it's so freaking cheap. And it's just, you can get them anywhere. You can get them at the dollar store, and they're $1 there, Cameron.
No, I bet they are.
Yep. So petroleum jelly is a great thing to add to your list.
Yeah, that's not something I've added to mine. It's a good idea, though.
There you go.
Yeah. Listen, speaking of something medical, self-reliant medical care is super important for a prepper. No one knows how to do it anymore.
They don't.
So we have a book for you. It's called the Prepper's Medical Handbook, and it's written by an MD. Rhymes with MD, William W. Forgy. And his book provides the basis of prevention, identification, and long-term management of survivable medical conditions. Super easy to get to the problem that you're having medically. Tells you how to build your own FAC, tells you how to take care of rashes, tells you how to pull a tooth. I mean, it has like advanced and basic medical care, and so many people don't know how to do that anymore. The thing is, as a prepper, when you're on your own, your nursing friend's dead. You've got to do this on your own. And so have a good book, and this is the one that I would recommend.
Go get it, kids.
We recommend it. It's the Prepper's Medical Handbook. Go get it at Amazon or preppersmedicalhandbook.com. Contraceptives. Let's get to that point.
That's right.
It was going to be the first one, but listen, no one wants kids in the apocalypse.
A lot of people don't want kids now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weird concept to think about of there's not going to be a doctor available to deliver your baby. You really don't want to go through that health risk during a crisis. So there's a lot of different options for contraceptives, but you should consider them, especially if you have kids. It's like they're going to grow to a point where they want to be crazy and get wild, and you definitely don't want to be taking care of their baby.
Oh my gosh.
So the cost, I mean, it depends. Birth control pills varies greatly. They're not super expensive, but they're something that you can get prescription-wise. But there's a lot of other products that you can buy on your own, like a sponge, cervical cap, or you can just have surgery. $500 to $5,000.
That's a way to do it.
That will, you can nip the old thing. Yeah, you can cut the tubes.
Yeah.
Tie the tubes.
Whatever.
Hysterectomy. But it's something you do need to think about of being able to prevent babies during the worst time of your life.
Yep.
So
you just didn't want this to be the first thing? Is that why you moved it?
I didn't want to get real dark.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
Sure. This one actually I think is a great idea. Mouse traps.
Oh, yeah.
Look, man.
Food, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to get rid of mice and rodents in an SHTF situation. You can't just run down to Walmart and get these. If you have some, that's really good. But also, you know what? You might get desperate and you might need some protein and you might have to eat whatever you catch in those things. It's definitely something that's a possibility. And it's a very easy thing to do because they're cheap and they're really easy to set and all that kind of stuff. But you can also use these for a lot of different things. They can be set up as like a rudimentary alarm system because they make noise. And you can put like other noisemaker things on them. So when it snaps, it pops, you know, something, whatever that is. And the springs on those mouse traps can be repurposed for a lot of different things. So I just think it's...
I haven't set one of those in years.
It's been a long time.
I remember them being like terrifying.
They have like the new ones now that are plastic where you just like, you know,
that makes more sense because the other ones were scary.
I was always scared to set them, dude. Yeah.
Do I release it?
Yeah. But anyways, think about that, having it in
Not
your
something
preps.
I've thought about.
Nope.
So it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Portable whiteboards and markers.
Yes.
Many uses for these. Obviously, paper is going to be either repurposed into a fire brick or your kids are going to use it all up, or toilet paper. So, I mean, paper is valuable, so you really don't want to be using it for everything, for every drawing, for every plan. So get a portable whiteboard because then you can just write down your plans. You can use one for your food inventory. You can, you know, have a med list or a med checklist for somebody that's sick, and so you can go through things. I mean,
or what if you become where you can't talk?
Exactly.
And now this is your way of communicating with people.
Yeah.
Come on.
Got pago bells.
Yeah, pago bells.
He says right there, check.
Ouch.
But yeah, super cheap. It's like $5 to $10. Get you a marker and a board, and they're fun. Yeah. They're entertaining, and you get all these other uses. So get you one.
Get you one. How about a waterproof flash drive?
I don't have a waterproof one.
We've talked about flash drives, but what if it's a flood, or what if something's going crazy and you need to keep
your files on
data
some kind of flash drive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want a flash drive to keep whatever data it is that you want to keep in these situations, but what if it's raining, what if it's a thunderstorm, what if you're out and about and things get wet and you've just lost everything?
True.
But if you can get a waterproof one, obviously the cost of those varies greatly, depending on the storage capacity and the durability and all that kind of stuff. But this is a great way to keep very sensitive data or very important data with you in these types of situations, whether that's, family records and photos and, maps or PDFs or whatever it is. Getting a waterproof one is a really good idea.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the waterproof one.
Yeah.
Because my backpack's been soaked a few times.
For sure, yeah.
Back
what if you had to cross a river?
Worked.
What if you had to cross a river? Whatever it might be, man. Waterproof one's a good idea.
I'll hire someone to float a ferry across.
That's what I would do,
That's what I've always done.
That's what I've done. I caulk the wagon and float across.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Files. And not like paper files. Not computer files. Talking about like a real metal file.
Okay.
So Dave Canterbury said he talked about how hard these are to make, and how useful they are in sharpening your tools, and they could even be repurposed into a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And so getting like a file set, because they're super cheap, it's like $15 to $20 to get you a variety of files to use to sharpen your knives, to sharpen your axe, sharpen your personality.
I need that.
There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah.
But it's a tool that's really hard to replace and to make on your own. I don't want to make one. But
I don't even know what to do with it.
It's an easy one to get a kit. Yeah. I don't use them very often, but to have them available is a good idea.
Yeah,
one's called a bastard file.
Oh, really?
It's cool.
I would love that. I could have it with my bastard sword.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
you sharpen
cool.
your bastard sword.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I like that.
Get you one.
It's a great idea. How about glasses? And I'm not talking about to drink out of. I'm talking about seeing eyeglasses.
I think a lot of people forget about these too.
Yeah, man, because if you need these to read or to see or whatever, and you only have like one pair you've been running around with, you need to have extras. So consider having spares and even spares for your spares, because if you can't see in an SHTF situation, an emergency situation, it's going to be a bad deal. So have a couple extras, because it's something that gets overlooked. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Glasses.
And you fire start.
I know. Yeah, you can do a lot of different things with them too, for sure.
So socks. I love a nice pair of new socks. What?
SOCKS.
Yeah. The sock. Anyway, they're great. I love socks. I love a new set of socks.
Oh, dude, I'm a sock whore. I just love them.
So nice.
I love them.
And there's so many uses besides taking care of your feet. You can warm your hands. You can make sock puppets.
You can.
You can make a dead man anchor, fill it with rocks and tie something down. You can carry and organize supplies in them. You can use it as a tourniquet medically. You get a bandage material.
Teenagers use
weapon.
Them for
Put
stuff.
a soap bar in it, just like, Hamburger Hill. Be people.
Sure.
So
teenagers use socks
Teenagers have been using socks
for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep. This is an interesting one. Hand crank siren. Have you ever seen these things?
No.
They're really cool. It's a hand crank siren. Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Like, I think it's an interesting thing to consider, because you can get them.
We should both get one.
We should.
And if we really needed to.
Awesome.
On the roof. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome, dude. But
cool, we didn't. In trouble. I gotta
he's
go.
in heat or whatever it is. But emergency signaling.
Don't go there. He's in heat.
He's warning us to not come near him. Okay, he's got a sock and he's ready to go. Emergency signaling, obviously, that's like the number one thing. But also like security. Can you imagine you broke into a house and all of a sudden you heard that?
You're in the closet running that thing. Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh. It doesn't
super loud.
Doesn't require any power, but they are so loud, but it could be very long distance communication device.
Why does it say 0 to 150?
Because you can steal them. I don't know. I think I missed the one on it. It was supposed to be 10. The approximate cost.
I was like, is there a website somewhere that you can get your own free emergency
I think
siren?
should say 10.
You can steal them. It's true. You do have that.
Could steal them. Yeah.
The next item, emergency glow tape.
Yeah.
Very useful if you're like going around. But no, like it helps. Like if you're bugging out with your family,
sure,
you can type a little armband.
Yeah, tape it to your kids around your kid's head.
Yeah,
and you can see them walking.
Helps you see, garage or garden.
Yeah, for sure. Door.
Yeah, but yeah, you never think about buying tape. Yeah, that can also glow.
I think it's a great idea for like your blackout kits.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
You put them around your blackout kit.
That's true.
Because it's blacks out, you can't find it.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The path.
Yeah. Or like you can put it around your toilet rim, so at night when you're going into pee and you don't want to turn the lights on.
That's true.
You know
we
where
actually have an LED light in the
you
bowl.
do? Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Lights up as you go in there.
Oh, geez. We're really fancy over there.
Yeah.
How much money do you make?
Got it at the dollar store. A lot.
You got a shitter light, dude. That's insane.
It's so nice.
Yeah, I like that idea because I'm always like trying not to turn on the light.
You don't want to turn the lights.
I don't want to open my eyes.
Yeah. Oh, I've never opened my eyes.
Yeah.
You just listen for the noise.
Yeah, it's like
you're like, is that the bowl?
That's directly
in
the middle,
or is that my sock, or is that?
Oh no,
nope, that's the shower curtain.
Yeah, that's the shower curtain. Whoops.
Yeah,
yeah, it's all by sound mostly.
Yeah, I at least have the excuse. I mean, it was the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
My kids peed all over the place.
I almost like it was the dog. I don't know. I don't know what I say.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
But yeah, there's a lot of uses for that glow tape. Keep you seen in the dark.
Yeah, man.
Without turning on the lights.
How about telescoping trekking poles?
Yeah.
They're a great idea, to be honest with you. Trekking poles are really nice, honestly, if you're trekking, obviously. But if you're hiking, bugging out, they're fantastic to have for extra.
Did we both get a set, or did we get?
Oh, man,
we got them
probably
somewhere
we
because
did,
I have
we?
some. Yeah,
we did.
My kids like to take them.
Yeah, these things are fantastic, man. But you can do a lot of different things with them.
You can walk a lot further.
Yeah, and shelter construction, they're for self-defense in a pinch. Like if you have those out and someone comes after you, you've got poles, man. It's like yeah. If you ever had to ski accidentally or out of nowhere, it's just like you have those.
Accidentally.
I have to.
Well, at least I got poles.
Whoops. Good thing I got these.
Good. Moguls,
man. Yeah.
Slalom.
Yeah. That's the last one. That was number 50.
Yeah, I like those though. Those are important because like bugging out with trekking poles would be so much nicer.
It really is nice, man. If you've ever hiked with those,
yeah, they help a lot.
It's a whole new world.
I always have to find a stick or something to work, and they just don't work as well.
They're not as good. So, guys, today's podcast is brought to you by TacPack, the only tactical subscription box with useful professional grade stuff inside. Use our code Casual Preppers and get a free $70 machine-made part from Next Level Armament. They're doing something over there that's magic. And if you like that kind of stuff, tactical gear, knives, EDC gear, AR parts, go get yourself a TacPack because that stuff is delicious. We got the latest battle box. Are you okay?
I'm tearing it open.
Gosh, man. Okay. We have the latest battle box, mission 114. And when you open it up, you're going to find something called the Triumph Bottle Blaster Target Caps. These things are really cool because they make your bottle blow up.
Where's that at? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they make your bottle blow up, so when you shoot it, they blow up.
Oh, that's sweet.
They're pretty rad.
That's pretty cool.
Then you also got the Triumph Stick and Shoot targets, and those are the kind that bleed.
Oh, yeah, those are
They're pretty fun, yeah. And then we got the Griffin Pocket Tool Stainless Steel Mini. A little EDC item. Then we have the County Com Grappling Hook. Yeah. It's that's the grappling hook.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's not for your body, but you can like get other stuff. Like it's not going to hold you, unfortunately. Okay. Then we got the bare bones skillet
stuff
pan.
to tie up on the shelf at Walmart.
Yeah, it's for grocery shopping mostly. Bare bones skillet pan.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, nice little skillet. And then we got the PD-101 full face respirator gas mask from Parcel.
Dude, they make the best masks.
They do make great stuff. And then we got a Rookin' River Savannah Curran 1776 knife.
Did you say Curran?
Let me talk over top of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, that is the latest battle box. Check them out, kids. Check them out.
It's time for the quick and dirty medical tip.
Still trying to get my knife out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about altitude sickness.
How about attitude sickness?
Oh, that's a bigger problem. Yeah. But altitude sickness, so a lot of people wonder whether or not they should have preventative medicine or if they need to take medicine with them. It does depend. if you've ever had altitude sickness before, you should always do a preventative medication.
Yes.
If you're going to go, 5,000 feet or higher, even lower than that. Like if you're, you're living at sea level and you're only going up to like 4,000 or 5,000 feet, you should consider talking to your doctor about getting the altitude sickness
So
medication.
a few years ago, I did Kings Peak, and I was worried about it. That's the highest peak in Utah, and it's like almost 14,000 feet.
Yeah, but it is almost 14,000.
Yeah, but I didn't feel it at all. I was lucky. Nothing.
Yeah, and so if you're going to be ascending something like that, I mean, luckily we live at like 6,000.
Yeah, so it doesn't bother us
almost 6,000 feet. So, but if you're going to be, ascending quickly thousands of feet over a short amount of time, you should really consider getting it. Acetazolamide is probably the most common one, diuretic medication that treats swelling caused by heart disease, but it's used as it comes as a brand Diamox, but that's the one that you'll take prior to your whatever trip that you're going to be ascending. Yeah. And so it kind of says preventative. If you've ever had it, you should consider doing preventative. If you've never had it and you're going to be ascending pretty quickly, thousands of feet over like a short, like 2 days, you should consider doing it. Okay. And then if you're going 9,000 feet and above, it's highly recommended that you get the acetazolamide and start it before you do that. So
interesting.
The other thing is to treat it. It can be used for treating altitude sickness, but dexamethasone is probably better for quicker treatment of altitude sickness. So you would do like 4 milligrams. I think it's every. Don't quote me on this.
This is not medical advice.
It's like every 6 hours for 2 days, but. That's something, if you're going to go to a higher elevation, Machu Picchu or one of those, you should consider talking to your doctor about it. Usually, if you look into these events, they're going to tell you the same information. But having the preventative and then also having the treatment available, and they're cheap medicines, so
are they?
Something that you should consider getting before you do any of these. So pretty basic little thing on altitude sickness, but I was just looking it up this week, so I thought it was interesting and thought I'd share it.
Yeah, Machu Picchu.
There are medications for
it. It's only 8,000. Feet above sea level.
I think they were talking. Like somebody at work is going to Cusco.
Oh, okay.
And that one's like 9,000 something feet. But is that all Machu Picchu is? Is 8,000?
8,000
pussies.
I know. It's like we did like almost 14.
Yeah, it takes us like 30 minutes to get at 10.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I know. That's awesome, guys. That's the 50 unexpected prepping items for your prepping gear.
Go get them all.
Go get them all. Anything else, Cameron?
No, that's
before we
it.
go. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. Please make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure to go check out our other podcast. This podcast is a secret because we got a lot of cool stuff going on over there for sure. And thank you for listening and stay survived.